We are still watching the possibility of a little bit of a storm coming our way for next week. We don't have a lot of specifics still, but we do have a little bit more confidence in the timing of it starting to arrive on Tuesday of next week. So that'll be the 23rd. It'll start to increase in terms of our probability of precipitation for Wednesday, Christmas Eve, and then likely have its biggest impact on Thursday, Christmas Day. This is still about a week out, which doesn't give us a lot of that confidence. We'll be able to pin down more specifics as we go into the end of this week and especially by the beginning of next week. In the meantime, we have another dry day on hand, and in fact, another day where we could break some records out east. We did so yesterday in Lake Cuyamaca, Borrego, Campo, spots that could easily do the same today. It's all because they're not the spots that are seeing the fog. Morning hours have been reserved for fog along the coastline. Visibility is below a mile in Oceanside, in Miramar, and Kearney Mesa. So all spots to watch out for as this is your view. But let's talk about that incoming storm. First off, I want you to keep in mind that over the next 5 days, this ridge of high pressure still sits overhead. And as we cruise through the next couple days, we'll actually get a little warmer. Tomorrow in particular heats up because this ridge makes its closest approach. Through Friday, really, we're warm. And then as we get to the beginning of next week, we start to see that wet weather arrive. It's all as this trough of low pressure sinks down along the west coast over the open ocean. We will likely start to tap into some subtropical moisture as well, which will bring a warmer system our way. And that just shows that all that rain will travel from Northern California down to Southern California over the course of the Christmas holiday. Again, Tuesday through Thursday seeming to be the primary timing that we're looking at. We don't have specifics as to how much rain it could lead to, but it does seem like it will be very similar to what we saw about the week before Thanksgiving, where we could, over the course of a couple hours, get a decent amount. It's just hard to give any specific numbers just because of how far out we are right now. High temperatures in the meantime this afternoon, 60s, 70s, maybe some low 80s if Ramona and El Cajon, for example, just surpassed those forecast models by a couple degrees. Out by the coastline, still calling for a weather impact alert day for the first half of the day today because of that fog. A chance that we see another dense fog advisory tomorrow, though it's less likely. Going into the weekend, it's comfortable, dry, partly cloudy, and then we finally have that first glimpse of Tuesday of next week, starting to give us that PM shower activity. Same goes for our inland valleys. Temperatures are cooler by Tuesday of next week, down to the 60s. So quite a range inland here on the 7-day forecast where we look at 60s for next week, but right now we're working with 70s and even 80s for tomorrow. Again, Thursday expected to be the warmest day in the forecast, with temperatures peaking 10, 15 degrees above average, even toward our local mountains, almost to 80 degrees for the mountains. Deserts will be up to about the low to mid 80s, and then cooling down to the 70s as next week approaches, and we start to see those clouds build in anticipation for all that wet weather. As always, you can find an extended weather forecast on CBS 8. Download on your TV and watch for free.